So there's been talks about Sony not even fucking liking Japanese developers at all. That they want to kind of cater to Western developers, all because of a couple of Japanese developers that left the studio, which I'll talk to you about as to why they left. Because they've made it pretty fucking clear, to be honest with you. And one thing people don't know about the SIE Sony Japan studio, even way back in the 90s, is that they never really made a game by themselves. Um, 94, they had a game called Crime Crackers. They made it with Media Vision. Victory Zone, they made it with Unit. Rapid Reload, they made it with Media Vision. Arc the Lad, they made it with G-Craft. Um, Beyond the Beyond, they made it with Camelot Software Studios. Stuff that you may know. Arc the Lad was Arc Entertainment. It was developed with them. Parappa the Rapper was Nana On Shah. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fluid they made with Opus. Wild Arms they made with Media Vision. Intelligence Cube they made with G Artists. You know what I'm saying? Games that you may know, obviously, Bloodborne was made with From Software. The point that I'm trying to make here, not to drag this shit out, is that they never really made a game by themselves. The games that they did make by themselves was, Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian, Gravity Rush, Siren, shit like that. That's what they made by themselves. You know what I mean? But all the titles that you did like from them, it was always helped with another person in mind. You know what I'm saying? So another developer in mind. So it's not that clear cut as most people would think. And there were smaller games too, and there was some things that they could have done. They could have done better with. You know what I'm saying? Japanese development in general is not really a AAA type thing, other than Square Enix. A lot of the game that they had is small, and Sony wants more. Actually, they want more out of it than just small studios, and I totally understand that, especially with the agenda that they have. They don't mean that they don't like it, you know what I'm saying? But we want to understand why these people left. That's the question. So people just really couldn't understand. Sony has a pretty free environment. You know what I'm saying? The environment is as free as you can possibly get. They make a lot of different games. You have a lot of freedom with Sony Entertainment. So the question is, why did they even leave? Where else could you go if you want the budget and freedom? Well, there was, kind of like new leadership. That was before Jim Ryan as well. A lot of people want to blame Jim Ryan and Herman Host that this was the particular issue. But if you really looked at it, think about The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian, there are some things as a publisher they kind of want you to do for the sake of the fucking business. Obviously, people, companies or anybody for the matter, they want to make money. I don't understand why that's a bad thing to a lot of consumers. You know what I'm saying? So there's some prerequisites. I was just actually talking to a friend about people trying to make money or companies trying to make money. And you kind of got to go with the flow and common, whatever is hot, whatever is new on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So you could kind of sprinkle your own type of, flavoring into the shit. But like, if you come out just being completely different from everybody, it's just it doesn't bode well. Honestly, it throws everything off, and you won't get your desired results. But essentially, these guys left because they wanted to not make AAA games that Sony kind of wanted them to do. They wanted to make smaller scale games. They wanted to stay in the kind of niche AA game. They don't have that many people in their studios, and they left amicably, but still, that's what they wanted. They don't want to make these big ass games, and that's what a lot of Japanese developers do. People tend to believe that Sony doesn't even care about Japanese studios, that they just care about the Western studios, and that Jim Ryan is the fucking devil and Herman Holst doesn't know what he's doing. He cares about only European things. One thing that you got to understand is that before the intervention of American or European management, the the Japanese studio had 40 ideas, just ideas, and look how long it takes for them to not make AAA games. This is little scale games, and it takes them 5 years to make because there's no curation, there's no type of vetting process. You can't just do what the hell you want to do. There has to be some sort of management, and if you want to take that long, fine, but do it on your own terms. Sony actually does pay for and advertise their games. Death Stranding was a completely different concept that no one knew how to fucking market. No one knew what the fucking marketing was, and Sony funded it. They funded the shit completely and gave them their own engine. People say that, oh, because the game has a lot of charm, Gravity Rush wasn't advertised either. It was advertised. There was demos. There were demos. There were other things. It was free on PSN, and people still didn't play it. There's fundamental issues with Gravity Rush, such as the camera and not having any type of difficulty curve in its game, despite the fact that it is charming. There has to be some kind of adversity other than traveling, like a fighting engine, for instance, that make you come back to the game. There has to be some sort of challenge, and Gravity Rush just doesn't have it. There is no challenge. Even with traveling, there's no repercussion. You fall, there's no fall damage. So you, I mean, they tried. So what's going to happen now? A lot of people think that it's doom and gloom because you have major people that left, but you got to think the original people from Resident Evil, or original creator of Resident Evil, isn't there, but yet Resident Evil 4 was created. Resident Evil 7 was created. The remakes were created, even though they're remakes. A lot of games can still thrive. A lot of IPs can still thrive without the original creators, so long as they have the passion for it. Even Doom Eternal and original Doom, those original people aren't there, but there's a lot of passion there, and there's a lot of stuff that comes with it, that they have like a book or Bible with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So new blood can come in there and kind of freshen up an idea. Like I said before, there's no fighting engine with Gravity Rush at all. It's just floating in with a story, a convoluted one at that. They can also really commission the old developers. You know what I mean? Just like what they did with Gen Next, or I forgot what it is. The people at the Fumito Ueda left to make his own studio. To finish off a game or to give the blessings or whatever the case is. Even From Software did this with Bloodborne. So you can still commission the old people. It's not like it's completely doom and gloom. There's also, all this is good. What's next for Sony? Sony wants to do bigger games in Japan. And the only people that's doing big stuff is fucking Square Enix. That's the only people that's really doing it. And I could totally understand why they want that shit. They have a pedigree, and they have basically a force that they want to keep everybody knowing that there's a certain quality to it. They can't have this little ass shit, although they should. I don't know how they're going to work with that one, but AAA games is definitely what they want to do with Japanese studios. They want them to be bigger.